Alright, here's the video review for Maketoys MTRM-03 HELLFIRE, their version of Inferno, which is pretty cool. He comes in the standard remaster packaging here. A nice box with some nice art on it. A nice, not art, photography. Some good pictures, and then there's all this accessories and stuff on the back. And inside you get the figure itself, his instruction manual, as well as his accessories, which we'll show off as we transform him. So here he is in fire truck mode, and he's pretty cool. It's a nice big hefty red fire truck. He got some weight to him. His ladder does pull out in a couple different places. It extends twice, so you get a nice long fire ladder there. And aside from that, he's a very vibrant red, which is nice looking. He's got rubber tires, rolls very well. Very clean on the underside, which is nice. So yeah, not a whole lot to him. And I mean, like, there's a lot to him. He's hefty, but like I said, not a whole lot of features here aside from the extending ladder in fire truck mode. And a transformer, when you lift up the ladder, and back here, his rifle has a peg on it that tabs in right back here. And you just go ahead and flip the handle down on that. And then we've got his gun for robot mode. I'm going to transform him. Go ahead and flip the ladder back. You want to take these white pieces and untab them from right here on each side. Just like that. Just like that. Pretty easy. Unpeg these panels right here from this tab right here. Again, there's a tab right up here. Just unpeg those. And that will allow you to get all this untabbed. This pegs in under here, so untab that. That will allow you to start pulling all these things down and around each other. Untab this panel right here. These little side panels right here, you can see there's a little slot right here. So I'll make sure to untab those, and that'll bring the legs down. Unpeg the wheels from up front before you do this. You see they unpegged on their own. When he's like this, the wheels peg into the hips, so unpeg those. And you can bring the whole waist assembly down. You bring it down like that. So these panels are forward. And you can bring the legs down like this. Oh, kneecap panels come off. Don't think that's supposed to come off, but it's not glued, so easy fix. So yeah, bring that down like that. Split the legs here like this. And then this panel comes up. You want to pull it out, and it's going to rotate up and around like this. Bring the foot down like this. Bring that, you see that ankle plugs in right there. And then this die-cast panel, this is a die-cast panel down here, folds up on the hinge and pegs in to form the foot. And once that's done, you can take this panel and push it back in. On the outside of the leg, that covers up all the hoses and fire truck details here. You can see on the side of the leg. So bring this up, tab it in. This panel right here rotates up and around on the side of the leg, just like that. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll go ahead and rotate this panel up and around to there. Pull this out, rotate it up, bring the foot down. The foot slides to the inside. Flip this up, tab in the die cast, just like that, and then snap this panel in to cover all the hoses. Oh, didn't snap on all the way. There we go. And then you've got the lower body pretty much done. Up here, go ahead and bring these panels down for the time being. Open up this front piece, flip up his head. Here, let me raise the camera up a little bit so we can see more of the upper body now. So flip his head out, and then close this back up. You see he's got some seats for the firemen. Close that back up. Oh, I think at one point we wanted to believe the wheels push up into here. Oh, wait, nope, no they don't. Okay, ignore me. So yeah, bring the arms forward. You see it rotates those windows up. like this. These panels flip up to fill in those gaps here on the side. They fill in behind where the arm comes up. Go ahead and pull these two pieces off of this strut because this forms his little arm cannon. I like that it stores there on that when you're not in robot mode. This whole panel collapses into the back. Down like that, and this comes down, and you can see it's going to tab on either side of his head here. One of these tabs. So make sure his head fits in there. And then slide those tabs through, just like that. Fold the ladder down along his back. You can fold it up and down so it sits straight. These little white panels, they don't fold straight out to the sides, they sit at an angle. Fold those out behind his head. Push the wheels under. Yep, knee panel. And then the arms you rotate so they're facing like that with this black piece in the front, and bring them down. And then you can take these white pieces and flip them up. And you can see there's already peg holes here for his hands. On this hand, you know, open up, flip this around, plug that in. And then if you want, you can go ahead and attach this to this piece on the forearm, just like that. And Bob's your uncle. You've got Inferno. Now he can hold his rifle in his hand. Loosely, but he can hold it. Well, actually, it's not super loose. But yeah, there he is in robot mode. And again, very hefty, very cool. I'm trying to see if those wheels went somewhere different. Maybe they... No, they just sit there. Okay, I was right. But yeah, he's got a ball-jointed head, so he can look around. Always good. He's got shoulders. It's not a huge... You don't hear it click, but there are ratchets in the shoulder to support it in outward poses, as well as the ratchets on the outer part. There's like a ratchet inside the body and then a ratchet up here at the shoulder itself. And it ratchets forward and back. Bicep swivel. Dual hinged elbows down here and up here. He does have a waist swivel. Right there where the these panels are. Ratcheting hips both front and back. He's got knees, ratcheting knees. And then he's got the ankle tilt, the ball joint at the ankle. So you get a lot of really good range of motion out of those feet. So yeah, really nice. Like Inferno, I never had Inferno as a kid growing up. And he never really had a huge impact on me, his character in the show itself. So I never got super attached to Inferno. But at the same time, like, with all the when the reissues came out a few years ago, I'm like, man, you know what? I never had Inferno, and he looks kind of cool. But I still haven't, to this day, have never owned a G1 Inferno. So it's nice to have one on the shelf because he's very cool. I do like his fire truck alt mode. I like the basic shape of his robot mode. So I've been kind of waiting for these to come out because I wanted Inferno forever, and I've seen his reissue very cheap. I don't know why I have not bothered to ever pick one up, but I just haven't. But so anyway, so this is my first real version of Inferno, and I like him. He's cool. I've seen some complaints about the head not matching the cartoon, but it's more of a toy head, but I dig it. It does have a kind of a hot spotty look to it, minus the faceplate, but and kind of a sunstreakery look too with those little vents on his head. But anyway, yeah, I like him. He looks really cool. Here he is with the rest of the remaster figures I have so far. So here he is with Hound. Or Gundog, I should say. Cupola or Cupola, however that should properly be pronounced. Stand up, dude. There we go. and the visualizers. And I think that may be all that's out right now from the remaster line. I know Wrestle's coming, Grapple repaint. There's plenty more stuff. Iron Will, it should be out shortly. I think Contact Shot, their Point Blank, is coming as part of the remaster line. They've announced a Megatron. There's a lot of cool stuff coming in the remaster line. I believe this is everything that has come out to date, aside from Wrestle. But yeah, they look good together. Especially like Inferno and Hound there together. Did they do a Red Alert Masterpiece? I know Clampdown's coming. I think they did do a Red Alert Masterpiece, which I never picked up. I may have to now to pair them up with HELLFIRE here. I will say, sorry. One thing to watch out for. This little hose right here, it can technically rotate. It's on a tiny little red peg here. It doesn't have to move for transformation. The transformation instructions don't show it rotating up. I'd be very careful because it is a tiny red peg there, and I wouldn't want to risk snapping or twisting that peg off because it does grip very tightly. I'd say, unless you want to move it for aesthetic choice purposes, I just leave it where it is, so you don't risk that. And if you do want to move it, I'd say kind of wiggle it very slightly and pull it straight off, angle it the way you want to, and push it back on versus constantly twisting it. I've had no issues doing it, but it is kind of a tight fit, and I wouldn't want to risk twisting that off. But all in all, very solid, very nice thing, nice figure thing. Kind of tilting back here. Let's get him forward a little bit. There we go. But yeah, quite happy with him. He's good sized. Here, just for a quick size comparison, there he is with the Classics Optimus Prime mold. So he's not tiny. He's not as big as their Chrome Dome, but he is fairly decent size. Got some nice die-cast bits. Very hefty. So there it is. Maketoys MTRM-03 HELLFIRE. And one last thing that I did forget. While I have this attached here, there is, in fact, of course, if you open this up, he has a hand over on this side as well. It just flips right out. I figured that was kind of assumed from the way the transformation worked, but he does. If you don't want to have the this little thing, he does, in fact, have a hand over here. Although I don't know that this stores anywhere in robot mode if you take it off.